Shays Rebellion was the first armed rebellion in the U.S., taking place in Massachusetts from 1786 to 1787. Even though Shays Rebellion was not a big threat, it was very significant to the shaping of a new government for the U.S.
Daniel Shays is known as the main leader of Shays Rebellion. Shays was a regular farmer in the state of Massachusetts until he joined the colonial militia in 1775 and fought in battles such as Bunker Hill and Lexington and Concord. In 1780, Shays resigned the militia to return home to Massachusetts to resume his life as a farmer. Shays was summoned to court for unpaid debts and was not able to pay them off due to devalued currency and because he had left the military without pay. Soon, local and state governments and courts began to seize lands from farmers for payment debts. That caused Shay to form an army of farmers and other individuals who shared common hatred for the seizures of land.
Shays Rebellion was a series of armed protests that took place from 1786 through 1787. Farmers in America were upset about the taxes being imposed on them, so they decided to protest against the state and law enforcement who tried to collect the taxes. The rebellion was named after Daniel Shay, the former captain of the Continental Army and one of the leading members of the rebellion. Daniel Shay was from Massachusetts, where the rebellion mainly took place, but it also took place in states from New Hampshire to South Carolina. The rebellion first started in Massachusetts when Daniel Shay led 1,000 men and tried to take a federal arsenal and overthrow the government in Springfield, Massachusetts during the summer of 1786, but failed. They were defeated by a privately funded militia led by General Benjamin Lincoln during the winter of 1787. At the time, the government didn't have enough money for an army, so with the help of James Bowdoin, the governor of Massachusetts, the elites took action and created a militia of 3,000 men to fight the rebels, ultimately defeating them.
Shays Rebellion, led by Daniel Shay, was an armed rebellion that took place in Springfield, Massachusetts in 1786 and 1787. The rebellion was about American farmers who had issues with the local and state taxes that heavily affected them. The issue of taxation without representation was brought up again. The rebellion never threatened the stability of the United States. However, it did raise the urgent question of whether the newly found government could survive. The rebellion led to further calls for a stronger national government and influenced the debate in Philadelphia that led to the drafting of the United States Constitution in the summer of 1787. The rebellion made it clear that the central government could not have the ability to keep order in the newly found nation.